Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here, and we are back with another episode of Hidden Secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches on Forza Horizon 5. So for those who are new to my channel and don't know what this series is, well, this is a series where you, the subscribers, send me interesting things that you have found in Forza Horizon 5, and the ones which are the most unique and haven't yet been showcased on my channel will get a chance of being featured in a future episode. To send me the things that you have found, you can either write them down in the comment section below or direct messaging them to me through Instagram, Twitter, or Xbox, either by describing it or in video form. Please just make sure that it is in the best quality possible so it can be included in a future video. All of the links will be down in the description below. So without further ado, here are 7 new secrets, Easter eggs, and glitches that were recently discovered in Forza Horizon 5. Starting off with number 1, the BMW M3 Rollcage. Alright, so when the Rocket Bunny body kits were brought back for update 14, it was safe to say that there were quite a few issues with some of the body kits. Of course, one of the biggest being the Nissan Silvia S15, where the hood would be deleted with a low resolution image of the engine bay underneath, and also the missing rear diffuser on the Fairlady Z. Now, those two bugs were actually patched by Playground Games in a hotfix about a week ago, but there was also another issue, and that was with the BMW E46 M3, where if you installed the full Rocket Bunny body kit and applied the racing roll cage, you will see that nothing is there at all. But in Horizon 4, this bug was non-existent. Well, in Horizon 5's latest update, which includes all update 15 and 16 content, Playground Games have gone on and patched this bug, so now the cage is completely visible. Number 2, double diffuser. So here's a bug that has gone on for either far too long since launch or was something that was crept in later, as remember, it's not uncommon for certain visual bugs or glitches in cars to pop up later after the game has launched. Well, here's one, and it has something to do with the Pagani Zonda Cinque Roadster. If you pan around over to the rear and look below, you can see something very interesting. For some reason, there are 2 diffusers, almost one on top of another. Now, I gotta be very honest, this is so subtle that unless you were looking for it, chances are you've probably missed it. Anyways, this was not something that was present in any of the previous Horizon titles, but much like the BMW M3 Rollcage bug, this has finally also been patched by Playground Games too. Number 3, 650S side skirts. Here's a visual bug that has been in the Horizon series ever since the Liberty Walk body kit was introduced with the McLaren 650S, and that is if you explode the car, you can see that this black bottom skirt or trim doesn't come up with the rest of the door. Again, a small bug that probably won't be noticed until you really look at it, but once you do, it's hard not to notice it again. And really, as I've said many times before, it just makes Forza Horizon 5 feel unpolished. Thankfully, this has now actually been patched after 4 or 5 years later. Better late than never, I guess, but slowly, it looks as if Playground Games are finally patching many of their known car bugs that are currently in their game. Number 4, why cars have little damage. So just recently, a screenshot was found on Reddit where a comment on Instagram said that damage model is so bad in Forza, and another Instagram user replied by saying it's bad in all racing games due to licensing, and Forza themselves responded to the reply basically confirming that it's true. So for long-time Forza players will notice that from the Xbox 360 era to the Xbox One, one thing that changed the most in the Forza games were the car damage models. If we remember back in the original Horizon game, the damage model did look pretty good. I mean, you could have your front or rear bumpers falling off, windows shattering, to the newer generation titles where the damage models were a lot less impressive. But at the end of the day, no matter which Forza game or any other racing titles for that matter, they will never feature licensed road-going cars that simulate their actual damaged car model. This is simply because it could tarnish a manufacturer's brand or vehicle should one of their cars get absolutely crumpled in a crash. Therefore, I'm sure a license agreement would be made that no damage is to be simulated on any road-going production vehicle to any game racing title. Number 5, Nissan Z and Expansion 2. So in my last video, I talked about how Playground Games teased the Nissan Z in their Torben Tuesday. However, for the update 15 and 16 livestream, the Nissan Z was nowhere to be seen or mentioned. Now my theory is that the team over at Playground Games are aware that the game is not performing very well, which is why I believe to create a little more buzz, the Nissan Z was also teased but super early. Now of course, in the short term, this has left the community wondering and also disappointed too, but with update 17 stated to be huge and expansion 2 arriving in early 2023, I strongly believe that the Nissan Z will be the cover car for expansion 2. I also believe Playground Games will now finally give us something that we want, which is a big city expansion, because let's be real, the main map of Horizon 5, despite its size, it's a whole lot of nothing. And I also think that there will be some cool customization options for the new Nissan Z2, possibly even featured in the cover as well for expansion 2, which then leads me to point number 6, the Honda Del Sol and Mitsubishi FTO. So just not long after the launch of Horizon 5, a bunch of leaked thumbnails of hidden cars were discovered by data miners, many of which are now currently in Horizon 5, cars such as the Chupan 962CR, the Jaguar TWR, to the 2003 Toyota Celica. However, there were two thumbnails that JDM lovers found intriguing, and that was the Honda Del Sol and Mitsubishi FTO. Now these are two vehicles that have not been in the Forza franchise since the Xbox 360 days, and to see them resurrected to some capacity in Horizon 5 does raise some speculations, especially now with the Nissan Z being teased. Could we see a very Japanese focused expansion where each car has a very deep level of customization, much like the Honda Del Sol or Mitsubishi FTO, and to complement the JDM focused vehicles, build a city map that doesn't necessarily have to be huge, but be incredibly dense with lots of roads to drive on. Basically the complete opposite to the main map of Horizon 5. I don't know, but what else can Playground Games do at this point to bring back life to the game? Listen to us. We want this. We've been asking it for a very long time, and I just hope that it does happen. And lastly, number 7, new FL5 Honda Civic Type R arriving. So when I say arriving, it is, but it may be a while away. However, the reason why we now know that the new Honda Civic Type R will be featured in a Forza game is because an email was essentially disclosed or leaked by the owner of the new Civic Type R. Now this email definitely looks legit to me, and it seems like Turn 10 got in contact with the Type R owner, discussed how the process of capturing the car will be, and how the final car will make its way into the game. I think it's very cool that the owner will receive a certificate saying that it was their own vehicle that was used as a blueprint in a Forza game, and also this is quite eye-opening as well as to how Turn 10 and Playground Games goes about when adding new vehicles, because I would have imagined that they would have just worked with the manufacturers directly. But anyways, very cool to see. I love Honda Type Rs of any sort, and yeah, I hope to see the new Civic Type R sooner rather than later. Maybe in time for expansion 2 with the Nissan Z? I don't know. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button as it really does help me out. And also, if you guys would like to see more Forza Horizon 5 content right here on this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.